Don't let them trick you into getting your whooped again.
Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao are going to fight once more on September the 19th. Now, this is not an exhibition. This is a professional fight.
He got famous because they said this could be the guy that could possibly dethrone the king. Did it happen? Absolutely not. Was he easy? Absolutely.
Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we've got massive news that boxing fans have been waiting on for more than 10 years. Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao are finally coming face to face again for the first time since their legendary 2015 fight of the century. And trust me, the tension and anticipation around this moment are on a completely different level. This is not gossip or speculation. It has been officially confirmed, and the entire boxing world is buzzing because of it. Before we jump into the details, make sure to hit that like button to support the channel. Alright, let's get right into it.
I still think it's a joke, but it's actually real, and that is Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather in September at the Sphere in Las Vegas.
So where do we even begin? Because there's a lot to unpack and we want to make sure you get the complete story. The best place to start is at the very beginning, so you can really understand how intense this journey has been long before these two legends finally came face to face again. This rematch wasn't something that came together overnight. The full story goes back years and have been packed with more twists, setbacks, and dramatic turns than almost any boxing deal we've ever covered on this channel.
I'm hoping for this time around, no more excuses, especially to my condition and also for everything. Like I'm so excited and ready to the fight. Although before he wants an exhibition with me, but I disagree, and I want to fight with exhibition with him. I want to fight a real fight like this. So
Take it back to January 2015, before the fight of the century was even official. Cameras suddenly caught Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao sitting courtside at a Miami Heat game, creating an unforgettable moment that instantly sent the boxing world into a frenzy. What made it even bigger was how unexpected it all seemed. Pacquiao was already in Miami for the Miss Universe pageant, while Floyd was doing what fans were used to seeing, posted up courtside at an NBA game, looking sharp. During halftime, Floyd walked over, the two shook hands, exchanged a few quiet words, and suddenly the internet exploded. The moment immediately reignited hopes that the long-awaited fight could finally happen. Pacquiao's advisor Michael Conks later confirmed they had a friendly private conversation, though he refused to reveal the details and maintained that both stars being at the same game was simply a coincidence.
Not gonna happen. Could happen in May with these two right here, Mayweather and Pacquiao. Discussions, spirited dialogue. I'm sure it's all about basketball, or about how, look, I'll take $100 million, you take $2 million, and I'm in. All right. See, I just cut a deal right here.
That single courtside handshake was a spark that sent everything into overdrive. Within just a few weeks, the fight of the century was officially announced to the world. Even back then, one unexpected NBA moment between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao was enough to ignite what became one of the biggest fights in boxing history. Then, years later in January 2019, history almost seemed to repeat itself, twice in the same month. The two legends were once again seen at major NBA games, first during Filipino Heritage Night at an LA Clippers matchup, and then only days later at a Lakers vs. Warriors game inside Staples Center. Each appearance instantly reignited fan speculation, proving that even years after their first showdown, simply seeing them in the same arena was enough to send the boxing world into another frenzy.
Filipino Heritage Night, throwing socks out to the crowd and saying hello to the, oh me, oh my. I wondered if Mayweather would be here. They meet again.
At that Clippers game, Manny Pacquiao was sitting courtside when he noticed Floyd Mayweather Jr. nearby. He casually walked over, greeted him with a dap and a smile, and even joined the t-shirt toss with fans, instantly sending a message that everything was good, including his shoulder health heading into the next stage of his career. The slow-motion clips of that moment were replayed and dissected across social media for weeks, as boxing fans tried to read into every detail. Pacquiao later told reporters that he had no idea Floyd would be at the game and insisted the meeting was purely by chance. He explained that he was simply there as a featured guest for Filipino Heritage Night and only said hello once he spotted Floyd during the t-shirt toss. But looking back, that 2019 night in Los Angeles turned out to be much more significant than anyone realized at the time. It also became part of the bigger timeline that eventually led to Mayweather versus Pacquiao 2, with Jazz Matter later emerging as one of the key figures helping push the rematch into reality.
Floyd, Senator, want to say.
Now jump ahead to this week, February 24th, 2026, and everything changed. Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao are no longer just crossing paths by coincidence at NBA games. This time, both legends are officially sitting face-to-face, sharing the same table and signing off on a professional rematch. The fight is now set for September 19th, 2026, live from the Sphere in Las Vegas, marking the first professional boxing event ever held at the venue. Even bigger, the entire event is scheduled to stream worldwide on Netflix, putting it in front of more than 325 million subscribers across the globe. What started years ago with chance courtside encounters has now officially become reality. The rematch is no longer speculation. It's signed, scheduled, and set to become one of the biggest global boxing events of the year.
Even now, I think Manny obviously, Floyd wants the same outcome as the last fight. Manny is on a mission to give Floyd his first loss and only loss on his record. So they're both going to be very, 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 Floyd will be protective over his legacy and Manny will be protective over his legacy. So you're looking at two guys getting in that really, really, really love their legacy and that have a lot to lose.
With Floyd Mayweather Jr. as flawless 50-0 professional record on the line, this goes far beyond an exhibition. This is a legitimate fight with real legacy implications. Floyd's place in history is on the line, Manny Pacquiao's legacy is on the line, and the entire boxing world will be locked in when the bell rings. The tension really began rising after some fiery comments from Mayweather. He came out with complete confidence, reminding everyone that he already fought and beat Manny once before, and made it clear that he expects a rematch to end with the exact same result. That statement instantly turned the anticipation up another level, because now this fight feels less like a reunion and more like a battle over history, pride, and one of the most iconic undefeated records the sport has ever seen.
Like I said before, there's no blueprint on how to beat Floyd Mayweather, and he can tell you that himself. You're gonna have to take the whole room together. You're gonna have to put the whole world in the ring to beat me. I'm the best.
Short, cold, and calculated. That's Floyd Mayweather Jr. at his most dangerous. When he's quiet, composed, and self-assured, that's when he becomes the most intimidating version of himself. There was no disrespect, no personal attacks, and no emotional outbursts. Instead, he simply stated his belief as if it were already a confirmed outcome. That kind of controlled confidence is a psychological edge he has used throughout his entire career done on the other side. Manny Pacquiao brought a completely different tone and message. He reminded everyone that he and Floyd already delivered what is widely considered the biggest fight in boxing history, and that fans have been waiting long enough for a second chapter. He emphasized that this rematch will be even bigger, especially with global streaming on Netflix bringing it to a worldwide audience. Pacquiao also made his intentions personal and emotional, stating that he wants Floyd to carry the memory of his one professional loss and always remember who gave it to him. He closed by dedicating the fight to Filipinos around the world, framing it as a moment of national pride and global recognition.
Did I not beat the most world champions?
Yes, you did.
Okay. And in the least amount of fights?
Yes, you did.
Who got the highest gate?
Floyd Mayweather.
Who made the most money?
You did.
Who was the most accurate fighter of all time?
You were.
So it's basically saying that...
The greatest of all time.
Okay.
That final remark is the one fans will likely be discussing for months as September draws closer. Manny Pacquiao isn't simply talking about securing a win. He's talking about etching a permanent stain on Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s legacy, something that could never be erased or rewritten in the history books. His aim goes far beyond victory. It's about becoming the fighter who shut down the 50-0 legacy. That isn't just a fight objective. It's a declaration of intent. especially coming from a 47-year-old who has nothing left to prove on paper. That there's a strong case that Manny enters this bout with far deeper personal motivation than Floyd. This isn't just about money or exhibition status for him. Outside the ring, he has faced political setbacks, including a failed presidential campaign in the Philippines and a lost Senate race in May 2025. Earlier that same year, he returned to boxing to face Mario Barrios for the WBC welterweight title in July 2025, a fight many observers felt he had done enough to win, with widespread debate over the judge's decision. Because of all of this, he isn't stepping in as a retired great chasing a final payday. Instead, he arrives as competitors still searching for validation across multiple parts of his life, both inside and outside the sport, driven by a strong desire to silence critics once and for all. That mindset creates a particularly dangerous version of Manny Pacquiao. The level of determination he carries into September is immense, built on frustration, ambition, and an unshakable urge to change how his story ends.
What I have done and accomplished in boxing, I think it's one of a kind, because to get a different weight division is not that easy. So that's a prestigious accomplishment in boxing. And I'm not trying to boast what I have accomplished in life, but I'm just saying this to repeat. You might forget that.
Now let's take a closer look at how this fight actually came together, because the behind-the-scenes story is far more complex than the official announcement suggested. According to Manny Pacquiao Promotion CEO Joseph Thur, talks about a rematch with Floyd Mayweather Jr. have been floating around ever since their courtside meeting back in 2019. But none of those discussions ever turned into anything concrete, though he explained that multiple attempts were made over the years, but most of them never reached a serious negotiation stage. The main issue, according to him, was a number of intermediaries involved. People trying to insert themselves into the process, take a share of the deal, and reinterpret conversations to their advantage. This constant interference, he claimed, kept derailing progress. Instead of moving smoothly toward an agreement, the negotiations kept collapsing because too many parties were focused on credit and control rather than actually making the fight happen.
I'm still active in boxing, and he come out from retirement, so and he decided to do it again. So this is it. Like I'm so excited for the fight.
For a long time, nothing materialized, and the idea of a rematch stayed in the realm of speculation. Then two major developments shifted everything. The first was the performance of Manny Pacquiao against Mario Barrios. Matter reportedly made it clear that platforms like Netflix would not have been interested in featuring Pacquiao in 2026 if that showing had gone differently. In that fight, Pacquiao applied relentless pressure and, especially in the later rounds, the champion struggled to cope. Even though it officially ended in a draw, Pacquiao still appeared sharp, competitive, and highly marketable at the elite level once again. Floyd Mayweather Jr. is said to have followed that bout closely as well, and when he shows interest, negotiations tend to accelerate quickly. The second major factor was the involvement of Netflix, which made the entire project financially viable in a way traditional pay-per-view never could. The original 2015 megafight generated around 4.6 million PPV buys in the United States alone, and more than $600 million worldwide, marking the peak era of pay-per-view boxing. However, the landscape has changed dramatically. Netflix now reaches over 325 million subscribers globally. Their 2024 event featuring Jake Paul and Mike Tyson reportedly pulled in 108 million live viewers worldwide, setting a record for a streamed sporting event. Meanwhile, Crawford vs. Canelo last year drew approximately 41.4 million viewers, becoming the most-watched men's championship fight of the modern era. With numbers like these, Netflix has effectively become the new stage for blockbuster boxing events. A second Mayweather vs. Pacquiao showdown on the platform could potentially surpass every previous record, not just as the biggest Netflix boxing event, but possibly as one of the most viewed boxing broadcasts in history.
This was a lot of work, took a lot of time. I mean, many tried and many, I wouldn't say failed, but planted seeds. It just took the right time and, having the right team in place to be able to get it done, right? It's really a timing thing and all the right people involved.
Mather also stated that the Nevada Athletic Commission has already secured a date for the event. According to the report, Both fighters have completed and passed medical evaluations, and drug testing will be overseen by USADA, a condition that was specifically requested by Floyd Mayweather Jr. during the negotiation process. This detail carries major significance for fans who remember how testing disagreements previously disrupted negotiations for their first scheduled clash back in 2009 and 2010. At that time, discussions around the Mayweather-Pacquiao fight repeatedly broke down because Bob Arum and Mayweather's side could not reach agreement on the timing and structure of the testing procedures. That prolonged dispute dragged on for years and ultimately prevented fans from seeing the matchup when both fighters were considered or near their absolute peak. This time, however, the situation appears completely different. Reports suggest there are no remaining disputes, with both camps fully aligned on the requirements. With everything settled and agreed upon, the fight is now being described as officially locked in.
Fun, excitement, sports entertainment for the first time ever in the boxing industry at a boxing event. A spectacle beyond what anyone can believe. The performance of Floyd and Manny will be second to none. They're beyond their prime, right? They're in their prime, but even better than what they were in their prime.
Now let's talk about the venue itself, because it's set to elevate the entire event to another level. The Sphere, which officially opened in 2023, is widely considered the most advanced entertainment arena in the world. What makes it so unique is its massive wraparound interior display system. The fully immersive LED screens cover the entire inside surface, including the dome-like ceiling, creating a 360-degree visual environment that completely surrounds the audience. This isn't just a standard arena setup. It's an engineered experience designed to make viewers feel like they are inside the show itself. No traditional stadium or boxing venue comes close to offering this level of visual immersion, and that's exactly why this occasion is being talked about as a potential game changer for a fight of this magnitude.
Only thing I ever wanted to do, I wanted to be on an even playing field. I think Manny Pacquiao is a Hall of Famer, had a great career. He's a hell of a fighter. Even with that fight, one thing I ever said from the beginning, just put me on an even playing field. Random blood and urine testing. And remember,
this will mark the first ever professional boxing match held at the Sphere. Gabe Spitzer, who serves as vice president of sports at Netflix, reportedly said that staging this rematch at the venue will create a historic sporting spectacle unlike anything boxing fans have ever experienced. Just imagine the atmosphere. Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao making their ring walks inside that fully immersive environment. Even the entrances alone could become some of the most replayed moments in boxing history the very next day, given the scale and visual impact of the venue. But before wrapping everything up, it's worth asking a simple question. How competitive is this fight really at this stage? Yes, Floyd is now 49 years old. His last official professional bout came back in August 2017, when he stopped Conor McGregor in 10 rounds. Everything after that has not been traditional competition, but exhibition-style events against names like Logan Paul, Deji, John Gotti III, and even a kickboxer in later crossover appearances.